We back. Boxing Sensei. I'm on the way to train somebody right now, matter of fact. So I'll be trying to tell you goofies. I'm one of the top trainers in my area. And took multiple kids to the top. We didn't actually get to compete up there, but I had took two kids to the level of competing with the top guys around here, guys that actually did become number one in the amateur division, or were number one at the time that we sparred them and did good work and became when they top call list. So yeah, we do this for real, not for thrills. Just like if you talk to somebody from the Copium crew, if I say something bad about Javante, everybody agrees. And I say Virgil G's Doug, no, for what Canelo, he was old. I said, man, whether it be Canelo, he was young. He was young. Yeah, that's Copium crew talk. That's how you're dealing with a Copium agent. You're not dealing with a real boxing fan. You're dealing with Copium. For everybody, they got excuse except for when it comes to guys they don't like. When it comes to guys they don't like, they don't want to hear nothing. They don't want to hear nothing. It don't matter. Dirty test, excuse. Dirty test don't stop a left hook. Dirty test don't make a left hook land. Copium crew. Joe Rogan, Copium crew member. Copium crew. Roy Jones, Copium crew member. Tim Bradley, Copium crew member. Seen his little weird milk dud head, but he gonna say, when Boots and Virgil Ortiz was going back and forth, Tim Bradley gonna say, that's Doug Soup. He popped right out ASAP. That's Doug Soup. Doug Soup. Soon as Boots pressed Virgil, oh man, if I was Virgil, I'd make Boots wait too. Make Boots wait. Make him wait. I got both those clips and put those together too. I don't always want to put together videos. I don't have time to do all that. But as soon as Tim Bradley, as soon as they got into it, Duck Soup. When Boots pressed Virgil, I'll make him wait. I'll make him wait too. Copium crew member. That's how you spell Copium crew member. Copium gang. You can't get reality out them dudes. If I say something bad about Tank, which I've been saying, I didn't wait till now. Everybody's turning. Now everyone's turning on Tank. I've been saying Tank was picking funny. Why Tank ain't fight Devin, Shakur, Haloma? How you find his way out of all those matches? You feel me? Like, you supposed to be the best. How you find your way away from all these top dudes right here? Elite level competition. How you manage to avoid all elite level competition? I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. I'm not buying it. Copium crew didn't have nothing to say. Now it's Tank's a duck. Yeah, Tank don't fight no elite fighters. Oh yeah. I've been saying that. I didn't say it because I'm a Tank hater. I just keep it real. Anytime I see some lame stuff going on, I'm gonna speak on it. I'm gonna call it like it is. I'm a trainer. You feel me? So I be in the gyms with these dudes. When you bringing up amateurs, you bring your guy up to a certain level and you force them to get in with the best kids. You drive around and you put them in with the absolute best kids they can handle, short of getting their head kicked in. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to get them hurt. You don't overmatch them to get them hurt. So you have to know all about matchups. You'll get your guy hurt. That's how it works. So when you coming up, you learn about matchups, and you better be good at it, or you're gonna get your guys hurt. That's how it works. Because trust me, when you access spar certain guys, nobody minds putting their guy in there with a guy where they got the advantage. They never mind it. You know what I'm saying? But when it's your guy, when it's their guy, they're gonna be real touchy about it. They're gonna protect their guy. That's how it works. It's the same thing in the pros. I'm in a weight class where I don't have to ask people about weight classes. See if you can figure that out. I'm in a weight class where I can't ask about weight classes. That's another thing too. When I be on here, when guys get on my nerves, I'm like, hey, let's just spar. Come open the spar, whoever. Now this level of my life. I'm not. I had to learn that I can't just hop in the ring with guys who train every day, who staying active. I'm not active training every day. I focus more on running, lifting weights, and I hit the bag a little bit. I just hop in the ring when people make me mad. I would love to figure out how to switch this into a, especially with these lame fans. Like most people that talk boxing, bro, don't want to put no gloves on. They don't. They don't want none of them problems. Absolutely don't want it. And I press somebody like that quick, because I know you not like that. You just bumping your gums. You feel me? I done did all that. I done sparred all the best dudes around here. It's funny. I woke up thinking about this morning about sparring. I know about getting ready to get in that ring and your stomach turning. I know all about that. You know what I'm saying? I know about getting in that ring with guys that are ring your bell. You know what I'm saying? Guys, you get caught and you see stars and stuff go black. I done been through all that. A lot of y'all terrified of that. You know what I'm saying? But that was one of the things that kept me sparring the best guys, because I wanted to get rid of that. I didn't want to feel that. I used to attack that. I would jump in the ring. I want to spar him, seeing if I go through it enough, I can get rid of it. You feel me? And after a while, it lessens, but that is also adrenaline pumping. You feel what I'm saying? So it's a part of it. You feel me? Especially if you're a real fighter. That'd be fun for a channel series idea. Finding people that talk crazy about your mans, and instead of them fighting Devin or Ryan, they box you. Nah, for real. Hey, I've been thinking about how to line it up. See, the thing with this stuff is though, you got to be careful because you don't want to invite the crash outs. Like you're trying to get people who really would just want to get in the gloves, who ain't scary, who ain't gonna show up to your gym. You beat them up, and now they want to shoot the place up. That's a real threat. That's why most gyms kind of like don't push that energy. Most gyms don't push that energy because that's what happens. You get the crash outs. And you wanna avoid getting the crash outs. You know what I'm saying? You just want the guys who want to put the gloves on. And that's the thing. A lot of people have weak egos. They really don't really can't handle it. Not being able to handle a loss don't make you tough, make you soft. Because you scared to get in the ring. I've told the guys who be like, if another man beats you, it's like he owns you. It's like, dude, it's not all that. It's Jesus. That's why nobody want to get in the ring. Dude, it's like they scared of embarrassment, terrified of embarrassment. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of these fighters probably. They be like, he's a fighter. He's not scared to lose. No, he's scared to get embarrassed for sure. They're scared of that L because what it do to their career. They scared of the embarrassment of losing, because how bad you could lose. You be laid out there face down with your cheeks in the air. Nobody want to get done like everybody. Cut me off. I had to answer that call. I'm running. I'm on BP time, man. I'm about 3 minutes late from this guy I got to train. But let me see if this thing. Y'all can still hear me. Hopefully y'all can still hear me. He be tripping sometimes. I like that idea though. Even Mayweather knows this, but he ain't trying to get real respect. He's just in it for the numbers. Yeah, I mean at this point he is just like Pacquiao. He's old now. You feel me? They old now. You know what I'm saying? So they just doing it for the money. I still want to see it though. It's still smack talking rights to be real. Mayweather versus Pacquiao. Let's see it. Even in the late age, Mayweather probably still beat him. And Pacquiao actually, if you want to judge who aged better, Pacquiao probably aged better. He just beat Thurman not so long ago. He beat Thurman, who's that's still an active dude. Then he basically beat Barrios. I don't like to do the fake stuff. It was a draw, but hey, I feel like Pacquiao won. You feel me? A lot of people do that though. They do it, for copium, but I feel like, man, a dude 49 years old, or what is no 38, 39, whatever Pacquiao, 42, 44. When you that old and you give an active champion that much problems, man, they should have gave it to Pacquiao, man. But they know it probably would have messed the game up because he's not active. Pacquiao not gonna defend that title. But yeah, man. Yeah, Copium crew, that was the topic. Like I said, I could say something bad about Hitchens right now. Hitchens, because that was some weak stuff he pulled too. I just call it like it is. I don't really have favorites, and that's what throw guys off. I really don't pick and choose, you feel me? We just keep it real. We try to talk real boxing. And everybody I pretty much bring on here so far, I've been lucky. They've all been real guys. Like, you just get on here, chop boxing, they keep it real. But I'm gonna get the trolls to come on here eventually. We got some troll episodes. And I'm telling you how it's gonna go down. I'm just gonna say, let's spar. Let's spar, let's spar, let's spar. And I promise you they'll never ever agree to spar. Never. Because they're not like that. And that's why to some degree it's like, how could you talk so strongly about fighters and talk about, have all this negative things to say about guys that do something you're terrified to do. You got to put some respect. You don't have the right to talk bad about them because they're doing something you won't never do. Like, how could you be so delusional? You know what I'm saying? That's like with my kid, right? I couldn't stick my kid in football and then sit back and like tell him, no, you gotta get in there and crack that fool. What are you scared of? Because I never played football. I don't know the dangers. I don't know. I never felt that. I've never run up head up with somebody with pads on. I don't know enough about it. I don't have enough experience to look him in the eyes and tell him, you need to stop being a punk and go at that dude head up. I've never done it, so I don't know. I don't know the fear. I don't know the danger. I mean, I know the danger a little bit, but I never played it. But boxing, I did that. So I can look him in his eyes and tell him, you gonna get up here, you gonna face that challenge. And I'm gonna show you the best way to deal with that challenge. I'm gonna train you properly to deal with that challenge. And you gonna get in there and face that challenge. Because I had to face that challenge. I don't know though, don't bet on my word. Pacquiao probably gonna throw it. I don't blame him, no. The Tyson Paul thing was embarrassing for everyone. I don't believe these guys be throwing fights. I ain't gonna lie. I picked Paul because Tyson old, man. Y'all just gotta know Tyson old. People say he's biting his gloves, doing all this. I think he's frustrated. It's just like Jake Paul survived a good amount of rounds with Anthony Joshua. You think because Anthony Joshua carried him? Man, Anthony Joshua did exactly what you do to a amateur like Jake Paul. Well, you can't even call him amateur. Jake Paul is a pro. But he did exactly what you're supposed to do. You stalk him till he slow down, and then you knock his butt out. That's how you do amateurs. Because, Jake Paul got enough in the tank to survive for a round or two if he moves on his bike. You move. It's very hard to hit a moving target. That's why people with that type of style is very difficult to deal with. Anybody that don't want to get hit. Again, watch me use an example that the Copium crew will agree with me quickly. When Devin came back off his loss to Ryan and he fought that dude, he just move. That's very hard to deal with. He couldn't even really get off because all he was doing is move. You see what I'm saying? It's hard. That's a very difficult style to deal with if you're just focused on moving. Like Rigondeaux, you know what I'm saying? Even Jake Paul, as the least, all the lack of experience he has, he was able to move enough to keep Joshua off of him. This is just the reality of fighting. And this is why it confuses people. People, oh, it's rigged. And nah, man, fighting is one of those things where, you could be a trained guy 20 years in the game and an amateur getting a lucky punch and knock you out. It can happen. It can happen. It's not like basketball where you'll never see Kobe get beat by a high school amateur. You never see it. You never see LeBron get beat by a high school amateur. Those things don't happen. You know what I'm saying? But in boxing, it can happen. That's the chaotic nature of war. It can happen to you. I was watching this CIA dude talk about, being an operator, and he was like, it blew his mind when he watched a little kid with AK kill his trained partner who'd been a CIA agent for, trained. These dudes, not even CIA, he was Delta. These are the best CQB guys in the world and the best in the US. And his partner got killed by a little kid with an AK. And it blew his mind. He just couldn't believe it. Like, my guys do all this training, all this thing he went through. That's the chaotic nature of war. It can happen just like that. You could do all that training. That's why people be like, well, I train all that and get in there and still lose. Well, I don't want to do all that training and, you still could just get knocked out. Yeah, you train for the odds. You train to increase your chances. But you most definitely can train. Happens all the time to fighters. You could train for months and months and years and get in there and get clipped with one shot over with in less than a minute. Happened to Denny Jacobs. And then he went 12. He went 12 with Triple G. Triple G's best win was against Danny Jacobs, a cancer survivor who's been knocked out in like the first minute of a fight before. You know what I'm saying? It happens. It's the nature of war. You feel me? It's not the people be like, oh, it's fake. It's fake. No, Tyson's old. Jake Paul, even though he's a YouTuber, he has enough athleticism to give Tyson problems. That's what I believe. Tyson's 60. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we scripted. I wouldn't complain about people being risk adverse, but I ain't telling them to be dumb, but just calculate correctly. I don't know the dynamics, but see when to step. Who's the CIA Delta guy that got hit by a kid? I don't know. He didn't say the guy's name. He was talking. It's a Caucasian dude with a ponytail. He got glasses. He's going around all the shows with Ryan. What's the guy named the talk show dude? Ryan. I be watching that stuff. I like that stuff. I like the mindset they talk about. It makes me want to go run. Makes me want to go train, and I do that in my mind. Like you feel me? It motivates me to go train. stopped fighting. So I was like, but watching those guys kind of feel like I do it for health now. I do it because I want to stay strong, stay fit, keep my weight down. So, I don't know the guy's name, but he's going around, he's making his rounds right now. You know how these guys, they get popular and they make all their rounds? He's doing that right now. He's got a ponytail, Caucasian dude with glasses, and he's a Delta operator, and he talks about it. I had it on my page on Instagram. I didn't post it to my Tyson is 60. Jake Paul's like in his 20s, you know what I'm saying? And he's strong. It can happen. I can't trust XCI. I think they're still pulling strings with bad mothers. They probably so. I don't know. But I know they know what they doing when it comes to them weapons, you know what I'm saying? And they always very intelligent. So that's why I like listening to them. Try to steal little jewels out of them because, they got to get all their stuff approved. But they slip up and drop jewels sometimes. So that's what I listen to for. But watch that critically. But yeah, man. So yeah, man, the Copium crew. I'm gonna have to get off. I'm where I need to be right now. I'm about to do some training. But but yeah, man, that Copium stuff is very weird for boxing fans. But I feel it. I understand it to some degree, but it's just very weird. I just talk boxing. Whoever it is, we just gonna talk about the truth of it. You feel me? It don't matter. Just like I picked Fendor to beat Keith. I picked Fendor to beat Keith. I'm not a, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I knew he was going to win. Keith was old, inactive. He got beat by Pacquiao some years back. He didn't have one fight in 4 or 5 years. He kept talking about, I'm going to hit him with the overhand, hit him with the overhand. You're basing the fight off of a knockout. You don't have no real strategy. You just think you're going to knock him out because Brandon did that? Mendoza did that? Nah, that's not gonna happen. What happened? He got his butt knocked out. That's what happened. Knocking somebody that's not a game plan. You never go for the knockout. You let the knockout come to you. But I'm at where I need to be. If I feel motivated, I'll hop in here and talk again. Hey, my page is the same name on Instagram. You can check me out, hit me up on there. You can come up on here and chop it up. We can talk some of that stuff. Because it seems like you into the CIA stuff too. So we can talk about a range of things. We don't just got to talk boxing. There's a lot of different things relate back to boxing and understanding, the game. But I'm out, bro.